With former WWE stars opening up on their departure and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Pointing out technical problems AEW Dynamite is facing, president of the company Tony Khan wrote on X, "I've been told an issue is affecting TBS listings. For some reason, TBS lists tonight's AEW Dynamite at 4 p.m. Eastern. The issue is affecting DirecTV plus Spectrum customers nationwide. Maybe others. Please check to ensure that your DVR is set for our usual start time tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central." On X, WWE star Mia Yim changed her name and profile picture to Stephanie McMahon, as it's not known why this has taken place. Reacting to the signing of former AEW champion Jade Cargill to WWE, Bobby Lashley said on 100.7 The Bay, "It's a big signing for WWE because she made a huge splash in wrestling years back with AEW. Her coming over just shows the levels. She wanted to get there, that was the next level for her, which is a great deal. Her coming over, there are only a few places I would put her. I know there is a group putting themselves together right now, and if that group had a female component to it, I think that group would be even stronger. I might have to give her a call and see what her plans are, but I think she does fit really well with our group if that was an opportunity. Wherever she goes, I know she's going to be a big star." Showing a behind-the-scenes photo of the filming for Adam Copeland's AEW debut video package, chauffeur Boz wrote, "Here's the proof that Edge was in fact holding Giancarlo to make sure he doesn't fall out of my trunk." Tune in tonight to AEW Dynamite at 8 p.m. Eastern on TBS Network to see what rated R superstar Adam Copeland has to say, along with some amazing matches on the card. Going over John Cena's recent losing streak for his matches at WWE Premium Live events, Ringside News wrote, "John Cena and LA Knight are set to square off against Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso in a tag team match at WWE Fastlane on October 7th at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. This will make his first Premium Live event match since his bout against Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39. However, according to CageMatch.net, the leader of C Nation has not won a match at a Premium Live event since October 2018 at Super Showdown in Australia. During that time, he and Bobby Lashley defeated the team of Kevin Owens and Elias. Therefore, John Cena has been winless in Premium Live events for 5 years now, with his last win at an event being against Triple H at the Greatest Royal Rumble back in 2018. On WWE's The Bump, John Cena was asked about the biggest adjustment he had in WWE this time around, as he said, "I think it's trying to get a match. This is the first time I said I'm really going to return for a long time since the summer of Cena, and that was an instance when I could readily have matches, and I had a lot of live events. I'm in really good shape, I had some downtime, and I wanted to contribute, and I'm happy to go out and contribute the best way I can, but I'm here to compete." Asked if he has unfinished business with Roman Reigns, Cena responded, "I think that as long as you're here in WWE, there is unfinished business. There's another time, another match, another day. Unfinished business, ? Sure, because we're always here." During that same interview, Cena touched on his interaction with The Rock at SmackDown, saying, "Thank you for your question, but let me reframe it. What was it like to see a friend that I haven't seen in a long time? In between the times that we've spent with each other, I've openly come to a realization that the first attempt of us competing against each other probably was a professional mistake on my past. I've been very apologetic and very open with my apology that the way I conducted business was not in the realm of conducting good business. We did great business. It was good to see him and reconnect after all this time. That was the first time we'd seen each other since I publicly apologized for that, and I just wanted to make sure he heard that face to face again, and it's good to see a friend." Seen in the gym training jiu-jitsu, Baron Corbin is apparently preparing for an MMA fight in December. Here's the video. Following their departure from WWE, the Bella Twins are now going by their real names as the Garcia Twins. Recently, they addressed all of this when speaking on the Not Skinny Not Fat podcast. A year before our contract was coming up, we knew we just wanted to walk away and we're done with this chapter of our lives. The one thing we knew is that wait, if we leave WWE, we're gonna lose our name. We really had to do the work a year before our contract was coming up when we had to make the decision like, wait, do we just stay because we are the Bella Twins and we created this empire around that, or do we walk away from it all as we enter a new chapter in our lives as just the Garcia Twins? So we had to work with a life coach literally with this, because like it's an identity thing not only to the world but like to who you are. We have this incredible Bella army, an insane fandom worldwide. The relationship with them became so intimate and strong and a lot of inspiration and motivation. So for us, we even thought about them. How are they going to feel that they can't be called the Bella army anymore? It took us a year to really talk about that. We were losing our identities. When they're thinking of Hollywood, they come in and have their name and never have to change it or worry about it. We didn't own the Bella Twins, so it's hard to tell people how it's like an IP for WWE. When you're an ambassador, you have to make 12 appearances a year, whether pay-per-views or charity events. So Brie and I are one of the women that broke into Hollywood, so it's kind of a first for them that we were doing so many shows because they own our name, so we had to ask for permission and they have the ownership. It was becoming a different world that they also weren't experienced in, as they were just used to The Rock and John Cena. Now here are these girls that broke into Hollywood and it was like they're divas, Bellas and twin love, and there were contract talks. It became very difficult, so when we're about to be 40, we're moms and haven't wrestled in 3 years, it was like, okay, we're entering this new chapter as the contract's coming to an end. It was hard for us to continue to grow in the space we wanted. Recently, at NXT No Mercy, Ilya Dragunov defeated Carmelo Hayes to become the NXT champion. Talk about the current title holder, WWE Insider BWE said, Ilya Dragunov was slated for a call-up earlier in the year. A lot changed. Doubt we see it anytime soon. It seems that Julia Hart will be away from AEW for some time, as Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful noted that Hart is scheduled to take time off for her honeymoon following AEW Wrestle Dream. She'd announced publicly that she was marrying fellow AEW wrestler Lee Johnson. We're not sure if AEW will be filming any vignettes for when she is absent. Johnson is also scheduled to miss some time. He's been a regular on Ring of Honor programming of late, taking on Claudio Castagnoli, Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, and others last month. Asked about her contract status with AEW, Billie Starks said on Wrestling Observer Live that I am a signed talent at AEW. She also said this about her experience at the recent Wrestle Dream event. It was amazing. I'm glad that I got to be with my mentor, the Bread Man, and Keith Lee. I had a really great team, and I was really excited to be facing our opponents. I got to see Lee Moriarty across the ring again, who is a really good friend of mine. It was exciting to see him get beat up. As she was arrested on a DUI charge, former WWE star Kimber Lee is set for a pre-trial hearing, as Ringside News wrote. Kimber Lee made serious allegations of abuse against Nash Carter prior to his release last year. She received huge backlash from fans for portraying herself as a victim of abuse to ruin Carter's career. She would eventually part ways with WWE and is now slated for a pre-trial hearing following a DUI arrest this year. As previously reported, Kimber Lee was arrested on May 11th and charged with DUI DUI, resisting an officer with violence, and battery on law enforcement officer. According to PW Insider, Kimberly is set for a pretrial hearing on October 24th in Highlands County Court, stemming from the aforementioned DUI arrest. In the police report about the incident, Officer P.J. Roberts noted how a gray Kia Soul faced the wrong direction and stopped in the northbound lane on May 11th. It was then said that the vehicle then drove over the lane onto the paved shoulder and almost collided with the face of the guardrail. After a frantic chase, the police identified Kimberly and described her as having bloodshot, watery eyes, and she slurred as she spoke. After more hassles, Roberts stated that Kimberly tried several times to leave the area. The officer then tried to cuff her when she struck him in the chest to prevent him from doing so. He arrested her for battery, and while putting on the other handcuff, she violently resisted and ended up injuring the officer. It was evident that she was heavily intoxicated. After getting arrested, a breathalyzer revealed she gave a sample of 0.14, when the legal limit in the state of Florida is 0.08. She entered a plea of not guilty to all charges on July 7th and waived her rights to a speedy trial due to not being able to afford a lawyer. The charges of resisting an officer with violence as well as battery of a law enforcement officer are third-degree felonies and both hold a maximum jail time of 5 years each. Kimberly last wrestled in October last year, and while she has been active on social media following her arrest, Lee has not made any mention of the arrest whatsoever. It remains to be seen whether she will end up behind bars, as there are some serious charges against her. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.